What's up, guys? Have you ever closed a deal before and not had any idea where the lead came from? Well, today, as I was recording some stuff for our Black Friday special that's coming up soon and going back through all the previous deals that we've closed and looking at some of my live seller calls and trying to find some value for you guys to show you, I realized there was a deal that we closed back in 2023 in St. Louis, Missouri, that I have no idea how this seller even knew who I was or how he got my email, but he sent me an email and I never even spoke to him. I actually just closed the deal through email. Now I'm going to show you the screenshots here, but what ended up coming about was later on, once I closed the deal through email and Garrett ran dispo on this, and I think Cassie ended up having to talk to him at one point in time, it was through my content. That's how the seller on this deal actually found me, was by watching me talk to other sellers. And then he was like, man, RJ's the real deal. Like, I want to do business with him. And I want to impress upon you guys the power of creating content and not really having to sit down and come up with ideas. Over the course of time, we've gotten better about not everything being straight organic, and we do actually create some of the content, but some of it has just been organic, natural, showing what we do on a day-to-day basis, like the 50-50-50 challenges, like the live seller call challenges that I just did the other day with Jerry Norton, where we just go live and we do the business that we're supposed to be doing, wholesaling, right? Generating leads, picking the phone up and calling sellers, comping and underwriting, dispoing live. All of these things show people out there that we are real and we're really doing this business. And at times it comes across where people follow that content and they go, why go search need to sell my house fast? Why not just go talk to the guy that I've seen on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram that's showing that he actually buys houses, that he actually successfully can wholesale a property in St. Louis, Missouri? I'm just going to reach out to him. I've heard his cell phone number. I've heard his office phone number. I've seen his email address. I'll just reach out to him that way. And what's crazy is when you look back at the 2023 50-50-50 challenge, we got 125 contracts in 50 days. 13 of those came from social media content. Whether it was TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it was, they saw me doing the business and then reached out and said, hey, will you buy my property? I do not even know, how do you quantify the cost per lead on that? How do you quantify what the cost per contract is on that? Because honestly, we aren't doing the content to get seller contracts and wholesale transactions. That's not what we're doing it for. And so to have that as an added bonus is invaluable. So that being said, let me bring up, here is the email feed with Vince. He says, RJ, I live in Arizona. I'm retired and have 2 properties outside of St. Louis I'd like to sell. Would like to see if you're interested in making an offer before I list with a realtor. Here's the property on Newstead. It's a 4-bed, 1-bath, 2,300 square foot. The home's vacant. The house is hard to comp. He was not lying on that. The house was pretty difficult to comp. Within a 3-block square, homes are in the $325,000 to $1 million range. Rents are $1,450 to $1,800. The home has some great features, but will need around $10,000 rehab to reach its potential. I'm looking for $200K. At that price of $10K rehab and rent at $1,450, you'd be looking at a cap rate of 8.5%. Now, he gave me this second property. We passed on that one. We didn't feel like the numbers were good on that one. I responded with one email right here. Is 521 Newstead the light gray house in the middle of 2 other properties that are slightly distressed? Yes, it is. I respond back, okay, I can do the $200K for Newstead. I'm going to send over a contract for that property. Sounds good. Thank you. That was the entire close right there. And what's hilarious is when we talk about closing sellers and, navigating lead generation and how to close deals. We talk about it all the time, right? You need to find the pain and the motivation and all this, but sometimes it's just not necessary. This is one of those scenarios where clearly the seller was motivated and the price was correct. That's the bucket this seller fell into. And so because of that, it was a very simple close. 2 emails. That's all I had to send on this one. Once it was signed, Garrett reached out. How do we gain access? There was a lockbox. We sent a buyer out there. Buyer bought the property and bought the property for $210,000. We made a $10,000 assignment. That was it. A very simple transaction. So simple, Vince actually reached out about 6 months after this with another property that he was interested in selling. It didn't work out. The price wasn't correct for us. But now we have an ongoing lead generation with this seller who is an investor. He's a professional investor. He buys properties, and at times he has too many properties. So he's looking to offload some of them. And because we successfully were able to get this to the closing table, he trusts us and he's willing to do business with us over and over and over again. Listen, you do not have to overthink closing sometimes. Some people probably would have looked at this, asked them, hey, what's your phone number? Gotten on the phone with them, gone through an entire script, tried to build rapport and all that. Let the work that you've done for yourself speak for yourself, okay? In this circumstance, I had already earned the trust through the credibility of putting myself out there on social media, and because of that, it wasn't necessary to build the rapport and understand all of these things that were irrelevant to the fact that the numbers already worked on this deal. And so, do I close a lot of deals through email? No. In fact, I think this might be the only one that I've strictly closed via email. I've closed deals through Instagram Messenger, Facebook Messenger, TikTok Messenger, from TikTok. This is the one through email. It was a cool experience. Will it happen many other times? Probably not. But putting yourself out there on social media and just showing what you do, it's not that hard. You're going to be talking to sellers anyways. Why not go ahead and turn on the camera, put it out there on the social media world, and let the world know what you do. If they don't know, they'll never know how to reach out to you, and you'll miss out on opportunities just like this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give me a like. Appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow.